Good morning, everybody. Got here, when did I get here? A couple days ago. And spent the day yesterday basically doing nothing. Went to town and got some conduit. And that's about it. I forgot to get water, so I have to go back to town to get water. Need battery water, distilled water. It is 59 degrees. There's baby listening to the news. Sheldon's back here somewhere, I think. Yeah, there he is, staring at us. Alright. What I'm doing this morning is just getting this conduit around my cable. Critters have been chewing on it, and I don't want the critters chewing on it. So I bought all that conduit right there, and I'm gonna get it in conduit all the way to the house, and then come up a little bit. I'm not gonna bury it yet. Oops, gonna trip over my wire. I'm not gonna bury it until I get some other stuff done today. I got gravel on the road. Every time I go to town, I'm going to buy 4 or 5 bags of pea gravel and put out here. It'll help keep the mud down and the traction up a little bit. So there's our cool carport that we bought. Pretty decent. Had to use the generator yesterday for something. I've got it pea graveled all the way out to here. And every time, like I say, every time I go to town, I'll buy 3 or 4 bags of it, bring it out here and spread it. 1 bag of that stuff goes a long ways. It's kind of decorative too. I got part of this loop done and all the way to the house. You don't get very many outside pictures, do you? Yeah, well, batteries died. I was out there at the gun range, and they died. It said, batteries exhausted. What is an exhausted battery? Just tired? It's just ridiculous. I mean, golly gee whiz. An exhausted battery. How about it saying, the batteries are dead? There you go. Batteries dead. I could probably put those batteries in like a laser pen or something, and they'd last another year. But anyhow, they're cheap batteries anyhow. I've noticed lately that ever-ready batteries don't seem to last that long anymore. They used to, but not anymore. Depends on what you have them in, I guess. But I don't know if we showed you the bed. It's not made very well. But made that a couple trips back. I'm going to do the headboard today. Try and get the headboard done anyhow. And just get her rolling here. Anyhow, I'm going to go back out and work on that conduit. And that'll only take about 15-20 minutes. Then I'm going to go on to something else. Not going to bury it today, like I said. But I will later. Got to keep the vermin from chewing on it. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, I got that done. Took a while. Baby's still in the car listening to the news. He's not happy unless he's in the car listening to the news. Sheldon's in the back seat. There, now we can hear. Yeah, I got that all laid out. That noise that I'm getting is still getting in through the antenna. So I'm going to have to try and move it another 100 feet. It's really bad on 20 meters. It's really bad. I can't hear 72 at all, and that's one of the nets that I like to get into. So I have to fix it. Alright, also I might want to replace this coax with RG8, something bigger, a little bit more shielding. It's not getting in through the coax. I disconnected the coax down there and you can barely hear the noise, barely hear it. So maybe the coax is okay, but it's definitely getting in through the antenna. So the next thing to do is I better do the stuff that I'm supposed to be doing. I got a bunch of antennas to install. I was going to do a vertical system also, but I haven't even started on it yet. That's okay. See where our propane's at. It's still at 40%. You know, when you check your propane, bang the hood a little bit because the gauge will get stuck. Alright. Also, I haven't done anything with the rainwater tank yet. I need to drain it out. I want to replace all these lines with something straight down so that this water isn't settling in the lines. It gets really ugly. And I don't like ugly. So I'm going to just bring a piece of conduit down, or PVC pipe down about a foot, and angle it over into the catch tank and then down into the main tank. And I have bigger filters that need to go on there too. Alright, back to work. Sheldon, stop it. Okay, I went to town and got water. I'm going to top off all my batteries. Some of them don't look very low. I kind of almost wonder if they're getting current to them. There's a spider web. Yuck. Those aren't low at all. Yeah, maybe it's just my imagination. They're not really even low enough to worry about. Sheldon, he's chasing things. I have an insane dog. That's all I can say. He chases lights. If he sees a light, he goes after it. Yeah, these are not even low. They're not low enough to worry about. I'll get my flashlight out and make sure. But they're not low. I need to get a hydrometer. I think I said that the last 10 videos that I've done. And just check them all. Make sure they're got good fluid in them. The Trojan website says not to add acid. And I'm going to kind of follow what they say on the Trojan website. But they are not low. None of them. Checked them all kind of randomly there. Just going to put the lids back on. Get my flashlight out. What a dog. He's chasing the reflections off the camera screen. And I don't know. Give this dog a laser and he's just busy for a month. What a dog. Baby is still in the truck. He's just ready to go. He's there. He won't come out unless I put the leash on him and take him out. Alright, well, I guess I won't worry about the batteries. But I am going to take this big charger and put it on the weather station battery. I've only got a 100-watt panel on that one. And I added 2 webcams, and so it's not getting a very good charge. So I'm glad I don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to get my sawhorses out here and start on the headboard. I'll be back. Okay, I got the bottom part of the headboard done. That's the back side of it. This is actually the top here. Shelving's in the way, of course. That's the back. Let me see if I can flip it over. The thing weighs a ton. Go figure. I set this camera down somewhere. And there's the front. Oh wow, oh well. Made a couple errors, of course. It's got two cabinets on the side, and the pillows will be resting up against this board, and a little shelf inside of there. And I still have the top part to do. I was going to sand it all down and stain it, but of course I can't find the sandpaper. There's going to be an issue, of course, again, with that outlet. I'll have to cut a hole in that, most likely inside of there, which is fine. Go figure. Anyhow, next thing is I'm going to have to move this bed out a couple of inches, and it weighs about 1,100 tons. I may have to get my winch in here to do it. Anyhow, back to work. Okay, there's the bottom section. Had to slide it that way quite a bit, so there's not much room on that end, but we'll manage. Got a shelf there for remotes or whatever. It's going to be probably about this high when I'm done. It's too dark outside to work anymore right now, so going to give up on it. You all have fun now, I think. Maybe. Okay. Had to cut a hole down there. So, back to work. I gotta clean up my mess. Oh, Sheldon. What am I gonna do with you? He threw up on the bed. So, it's in the washer. Washing. Just got the top sheet. I think I'm going to go find myself a Walmart somewhere and maybe buy a set of sheets, but haven't decided yet. I might just sleep on a cot tonight too. I have twin sheets, but that's a queen bed. Washing machine's just spinning away. This is I know I've said it a million times. There's the model number. And there's the brand. Just a little guy. But it gets the job done. The dog hair in the sink. So I have all the blankets and stuff spread all over the house. It's a nice day outside. That thermometer up there says it is 43 degrees. And this one outside here in the sun says it's 70. So it's probably about 50. But anyhow, this is what I can run on our solar stuff. I have 2 laptops going, the washing machine, the TV, the direct TV, the internet, and I have got this thing charging it's at 13.3 volts right now. So we're doing pretty darn good, I think. I'd go out there, but it's cold. I'm not dressed yet. But anyhow, I thought about maybe taking that back apart and staining it. But I don't have, I think I want to stain it a different color. More of a walnut color. But I had to talk to Sue about that. I think she's busy. I need sandpaper. I bought sandpaper. Do you think I can find it? Oh, hell no. I bought all this cool sandpaper and I can't find it anywhere. But all this stuff, once we get it all finished and done or whatever, and get some storage out in the carport thing, it's already seeming more like a house, and that's a good thing. So, baby's being baby. Not much of a camera hound, are you? Got sun in the window there. And there's bad old Sheldon. Pooping all over. Puking all over. Grrr. Grrr. What a dog. Just thump him, baby. You can do it. I know you can. You do it all the time. What a dog. Okay, anyhow. Back door. Okay, it's pretty nice outside. But I need to get some work done first. Gonna probably go for a ride in a bit. Bike out and go for a ride. What I'm going to do is get that outlet over there in. That's the only outlet that's left. I get that done, and I can't really think of much more. I might play with my antennas outside. I want to build another antenna system. But let's see how warm it is, and I might just go for a ride. Beautiful weather out there. The little wind thing's not going around at all. And pretty nice. So anyhow, back to work. Hello, I'm back. I got this in here done. Have to clean up my mess. But I got the outlets in the corner done for Sue, so she'll have somewhere to plug stuff in. And I played around with the solar panel stuff a little bit. Redid the grounds, and I got rid of almost all of the radio noise. Almost all, about 90% of the radio noise is gone. I got the cover on the fuse panel, got the fuse panel grounded, and it worked. I added a ground up here. And what else? That's about it. Grounded the inverter ground side, and that helped a ton. And we did find that this, not this one, but this charge controller had gone bad. It's up here. It was only putting out about 0.5 amps. About half an amp. And what we've discovered on these is you have to go with the charge controllers sold by China, and they usually come with a set of the Renogy little connectors for your solar panels. If they don't come with the connectors, then they're clones. That's a good place to start. All of them on Amazon are clones. We were going to buy a one from, what was it? Palmer or something like that on Amazon, but I got to checking into it, and it's just another clone. You can tell the clones because when you go for your amperage, there's no amperage. It won't show amperage. There's 4 items that are missing off the menu. And if you don't have those 4 items, it's a clone. Yay. And whoever you bought it from, send it back. But that's about all I'm going to do this trip. I did clean up outside. I went out, it's blowing like heck out there, but I cleaned up a lot of the stuff that was along that wall on the outside. Got it put away. We need to build a shed inside the carport because, as you can tell, I don't have room to walk. So we need somewhere to put this stuff. I turn that light off. Okay. I just plugged in the bed pump. It's one of those air beds. Pretty cool, really. It is comfortable. I need to unplug it and see how much amperage that's drawing. Because it may be something that we want to unplug when we're not here or not using. The bed doesn't lose air. Doesn't seem to anyhow. I don't really know if it's comfortable. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, I'll just leave it unplugged. Let's go see what it's doing now. It was at 8.8 amps. Sue doesn't have any room to walk over there. Haha. This charger is brought it in for the weather station. I haven't even tried yet. Not much different, 8.67, 8.5 amps, so about a half an amp on 110. And it's going up and down quite a bit. But replacing this, I did have a spare, so I put this one on, and replacing that really brought my charge current back up. I was wondering why it was low, and got to playing around and noticed that this one here wouldn't turn on. I kept watching and watching and watching, and it finally turned on. And so I hit the amperage, this button a couple of times, went to amperage, and it's only like 0.2 amps, 0.2 to 0.5 amps. So it's broke. I might be able to fix it, I'll look at it. But figure, most of these have been running for 2 years. And we had one really go bad. I managed to buy a couple of crappy ones, but I've got one up there in the box still that doesn't work right out of the box. It just kind of flash, the amperage part of it. So this bar here tells me that it's charging, and that one just goes on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. Goofy thing. Baby's been out in the car all day. He's getting goofy. He won't walk around the outside unless he's on the leash. Put him on the leash and he's just fine. And if you just let him out, he runs straight to the car and jumps in. But anyhow, I'm going to get this in here published. Y'all have a good time out there. Have a Merry Christmas. How do I turn this thing off?